Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I am your host, Fritz, and today I truly believe we got a good one. All right. I wanted to start off by talking about a very great interview I seen a couple days ago on the Tucker Carlson Network, and he interviewed Nayib Bukele. Now, if y'all don't know who Nayib Bukele is, he is the president of El Salvador, who I believe took presidency in 2021, and in a few years, this man was able to take the most crime-infested country to the safest country in 3 years, in literally 3 years. And he did it without any foreign help. And I wanted to highlight that part right there. He was able to do it without any foreign help. So what he was able to do was pull himself up and his people they pulled their bootstraps up and they went to work. He utilized his people and the little bit of resources he had, and he was able to create unity amongst his country. And with that unity, they were able to accomplish some amazing things, right? Something Haiti definitely needs to take a script from and learn a thing or two. All right, you got to take a little bit from that script and learn at least something, Haiti, because as I've told y'all numerous times, Haiti has a lot of Haitians who really truly depend and feel as if depending on the United States is the only answer, which is a very disgusting thought, and I hate it when I hear it come out of Haitians' mouth. I want to play a few clips, and the reason why I want to play a few clips about this interview and what Bukele has to say, because he landed some very important parts, and he proved a lot. He was able to prove every Haitian who truly believes depending on the United States is a good idea. He was able to make you guys look very stupid and very ignorant, all right? You know, as men in general, you really don't want to be looking for handouts out here. You really want to be able to get up and get it on your own, just as men in general, right? And when we're talking about countries, man, it's hard to call yourself a sovereign country, Haiti. Haiti loves to call itself a sovereign country. But it depends so much on the U.S. government and also the Haitian diaspora that it's really hard to really tell if we can really consider Haiti as a sovereign country, because it's really not. And if Haiti, wants to get to a point where they can prove that they can handle things on their own, I really would like for them and whoever they choose to be in leadership to sit down with a person like Bukele, because I want to tell you, the U.S. has failed over and over again in helping Haiti. They shouldn't even be allowed. We shouldn't even allow U.S. I mean, we've gave you guys the contract for hundreds of years, and yet you guys ain't been able to do shit. And what makes matters worse, the Haitian government itself hasn't been able to do shit, which is why I have so much respect for a guy like Jimmy Cherizier, a.k.a. Barbecue, to really expose that government. I really love the fact that he was able to expose that government. And exposing that government, he even had to expose himself into telling you what this government is doing. So I got a tremendous amount of respect for that guy. But I really would like all these Haitians that keep screaming out, Haiti, U.S., we need you. Send in the Marines. Please, we need something at this point. I want to go home. I want to let you guys really, truly understand how much of a joke, how disgusting you are towards your people. And for those people who are constantly screaming out, USA, come up, I want you guys to know how much of an enemy you guys are to your own people. It's very disgusting to see that. You're letting your people down tremendously, man. There's example after example after example of countries pulling together and getting it together without any foreign help, and I don't understand why Haiti's not learning from that blue book. I want to go into these two videos, and when you watch these two videos, for all my Haitians that still want to talk caca, as they say, that bullshit about allowing America to come in there and fix things. I want to play these two videos by Bukele, and I want you to get a good grasp and understanding on why it is very important for every country in the world that considers themselves to be sovereign. Hear me out. How very important it is for every country in the world that consider themselves to be a sovereign nation, why it's very important not to ever reach out to bring military forces in to fix your problems and to gather yourself up as men and do it yourself. Bukele is going to talk to you guys and let you guys know for sure why it's very important and how it's possible and very likely. If you just unite, if you bring unity amongst your people, a true leader, because that's what they do. True leaders bring unity amongst their people and they make things happen. Bukele is going to explain out of every sick-minded individual, every sick Haitian out there that truly believes that bringing in U.S. troops or Kenyan troops or any other troops is going to help your problems. You guys are going to realize why it's such a bad idea and why it's not necessary. Without further ado, please watch these 2 clips by Bukele, man. It's a very good clips, and we'll talk about it.
Do you think that that's one of the reasons that your successes, which are just measurable, I'm not saying this for ideological reasons, but just a fact that you've transformed the country in a good way and that you're literally the most popular elected leader in the world, again, not speculation, provable fact, you'd think that would be greeted in the hemisphere as this amazing thing, like what's going on in El Salvador, and instead, there's been this, what's going on in El Salvador?
Yeah.
There's been hostility.
Yes.
Do you think that's why?
I'm not sure, but one of the reasons is that we don't pander to them. So probably they don't like that. It's probably a reason. It's like there's I'm not going to go into conspiracy theory. I'm going to go into provable facts, right? Like you said. So there's worldwide agendas, right? These are provable facts, right? They have benchmarks that they need the countries to follow and they need the countries to do. This is, out there, right? But sometimes if you work on those things, you're probably neglecting the important things for your people, the things that your people are really asking for. Give you an example. When we arrested the gang members that were killing so much people that we were the murder capital of the world, literally the most dangerous place in the whole world, more dangerous than Haiti, right? More dangerous than Iraq. This was literally the most dangerous country in the world. We have triple the amount of the murder rate that Haiti has right now. With all the mayhem that they have, we have triple that here. So what do we have to? What do you have to do? You have to stop that, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you don't even need to have a big thought process. You have to stop that. That's the first thing you have to do. When we did that, we got huge condemnations. You name it. Say an organization, we got a condemnation from them. So, and a lot of them were human rights organizations. And you would ask, but what about the human right of a woman not to be raped? I mean, what about the human right of kids to play or to be free or to go to the park? And what about the human right to live, or the human right to walk in the street, right? But no, they were worried about the human rights of the killers, which they have human rights. I don't say they don't; they're humans. But if you have to prioritize, what will you prioritize? Yes. Right? The human rights of the honest, hardworking, decent people, not the human rights that they do have. But you won't prioritize the human rights of the killers and rapists and murderers. And so we secured the country, and we did it with no help from any other country, and with huge condemnation in everything that we were doing. Everything. I mean, we changed the Attorney General. We got so much condemnation because we changed the Attorney General that we need to change to prosecute the murderers. So we basically they try to block every step of what we were doing, and now it's that the results are there. That it's they're tangible, measurable, undeniable. Now they don't know what to do, because a lot of other countries are saying, maybe a lot of other countries similar to ours that have similar problems, they are saying maybe we should do that too. But they don't want that because that's not in their agenda.
But I guess that's why I came here, to be totally honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, hats off to Bukele. Let's be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a leader. There's no better way. I shouldn't have to explain it no more. On a process that should be taken when you're truly a sovereign nation. See, Haiti is not a sovereign nation right now. Haiti is a charity case. There's a difference between being a sovereign case. To be honest with you, Haiti is probably the only country in this world that is considered to be a charity case. They're not even a sovereign nation. Because if you're a sovereign nation, you hear what Bukele say, right? If you're a sovereign nation, you carry yourself on when you're leading a nation. That's what your leader will look like and stand for. Your leader doesn't get chosen by another country. There was a hell of a price to pay since 1804 when we gained our independence, man. When I tell you, these white nations across the world, these white nations across the world, they did a great job for hundreds of years to make sure that country, the country I call Haiti, in which my family is from, they made sure we wouldn't been able to prosper. There's always that world agenda, right? You heard when Bukele said, there's a world agenda. It's a proven fact. A lot of these superpowers, they come together in order to prevent things from happening, A lot of countries did that. The one who did it the worst was America. I can't even say France. I would definitely say America. They've done it the worst. France had to get their payback. I get it. But to make matters worse, America, we had no beef with them. But man, did they have beef with us. And they continue to show that they have beef with us. And yet, we have sick-minded motherfuckers that still, in Haiti, and Haitians that still think it's okay to rely on the U.S. government. Recently, the UN put in place another council. They installed Ministry of Agriculture by a person named Vernet Joseph. They installed a Ministry of Social Affairs and Labor by a guy named Frank Georges. They installed another Ministry of Public Health and Population by Brignoff Fields. They installed Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Culture and Communications by a guy named Antoine Augustin. He's in that position. Ministry of Commerce and Tourism has been a guy by the name of James Manazard has been chosen. For the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dominique Dupuy. For the Ministry of Interior, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, that's Gary Cornell. Ministry of Justice goes to Carlos Hercule. And the Ministry of Finance goes to Kathleen Forrestal. Now, one of these members were chosen from a majority vote by Haitian people. America has an agenda for Haiti, so they instill the people to carry out their agenda. This is not one that's meant for Haiti and their agenda. Haiti and Haitians, we want better for ourselves. This agenda and these people, you best believe as years go by and, you start to notice, it's all going to be towards an interest for America. That's what Haiti is. Haiti refuses, and I repeat, Haiti refuses, not Haiti, America refuses to allow Haiti to become another Cuba. There's been a fear for Haiti's success, man. There's been a strong fear for Haiti's success. Ever since USA caught, wave of the whole revolt, there's been those niggers cannot be successful or we're going to have a problem. That's always been the tone. That's always been the common tone for all European powers. Recently, Russia sends warships heading over to Cuba. Do you understand what, do y'all even understand what that means? Why are there Russian warships heading over to Cuba? For the same reason why America never, ever wanted to see a successful Haiti. America feels as if If they can't control you, you're a threat. And yet Haitians still don't get it. They still don't understand the concept of sovereignty and doing for self, no matter how many examples the world has shown them that you've got to figure it out on yourself. Haitians don't want to do it. It reminds me of the relationship Haiti and U.S., the U.S. share. For all my Game of Thrones fans, if y'all don't know, there's a scene by Theodore Greyjoy, I believe, right? Theo Greyjoy became a whip dog after a guy named Ramsay, right? Captured him, threw him in a cage. I mean, they really did him dirty. I mean, they castrated him, tortured him. They did him the worst, right? When Theo's sister came over with a fleet to come save him and free him from the cage, do you not understand this guy was whipped and beat so bad? He didn't even recognize who his sister was. He thought he was living in an illusion, and he did not want to go with her. Do you know what he did instead? Theo returned right back to the cage in the mix of a battle, even bit his sister's hand to let go and say, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm going back into my cage. I'm chilling with Ramsay. I like to be treated like shit. This is who I am. There's a lot of Haitians who are like that. A lot of them. Every Haitian that wants to use the United States for help, and they're constantly begging foreign officials, they remind me of Theo Greyjoys. Whip dogs. Mark my words, as God is my witness, if Haiti and Haitians really wanted to get themselves together, they would. They would. There's no more excuses anymore. The evidence already presents itself. If they really wanted to get their shit together, they would. The evidence is there. Numerous evidence. Numerous evidence proves and points that if Haiti truly wants to stabilize their country, they can. They have the men. They have the firepower. They can do it. They just refuse. It's a bunch of whipped dogs in Haiti. And me personally, on the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast, I would love to just draw that line. Because there's two different types of Haitians. There's ones that talk like me, that's ready to unite with their people, set aside their differences, no matter how uncomfortable it's going to be, because it's going to have to get uncomfortable before it gets comfortable. There's a lot of Haitians like me. Trust me by God. That want to go from platform to platform to platform to platform saying, hey guys, let's put it all together. Let's build a committee. Let's raise some votes. Let's put some people in position to run certain sectors, but they only could be chosen by the Haitian people. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of us like that. But you know what's unfortunate? There's a lot of whipped dogs Haiti's have, and all they want to do is rely on foreign forces. They don't want to do for self. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And it's a black problem. It's nobody else. It's a black American problem. It's a Haitian problem. It's an African problem. I don't give a fuck where you at on the globe. It's gonna be a fucking constant reminder. Lack of unity. Lack of unity. You guys are suffering. Lack of unity. USA can't help you. They've tried numerous times. It's not gonna work. You gotta do things for yourself. There's nobody in life that's going to do shit for you no matter how you think you want to look at it. From an individual standpoint, a country standpoint, I don't give a fuck. Doing for self is the most important shit you're ever going to hear in your life. Because if you're sitting here waiting for motherfuckers to help you, you're... whew. Whew. Which brings me straight to my next subject. I want to play this clip. I'm going to go ahead and pivot to the black experience now. Black American experience. I want to play this video. And it's a great example of what I'm talking about and what needs to be done. There's no more excuses anymore, ladies and gentlemen. However you see it, there's just no more. As long as we got motherfuckers walking around with this shit and you know how to operate it, shut the fuck up with your excuses. If I can see you operate that device and navigate, that means to tell me you could find some shit out. There's no more excuses no more in life. In the world, it's a wrap. Shout out to Google. I got a few shares, by the way. You should get you some. They ain't going nowhere. No more excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this clip, please. And hear what my good brother 19 Keys and Nick Cannon has to say, man. And if y'all don't follow 19 Keys and Nick Cannon, I feel sorry for you. Two people I know for sure with always great information. So without further ado, please watch this clip so we can further discuss.
No, I can relate to a lot of that. Yeah. And it's interesting about the idea about like morals and like darkness as far as when you grew up in adverse environments, what's acceptable to you. Yeah. Right. And those things you also correlate with so many other things that, right. I grew up with this is nothing. Yeah, yeah. So the goalposts move so far back to you as far as like what's morally corrupt, like what I can get away with or what I can do in the world, like, because if I'm not beating the crackhead, I'm not that bad. This is how you start to, right. You know what I mean, position yourself morally in the world. So this is why people who grew up in those environments, of course, you know, it's not until you go to another environment and be like, wait a minute, that wasn't normal. Right. This is more normal, and this is the standard that I should live by. Yeah. Right? So that's why I don't judge, you know, our people, especially that come from these situations and circumstances, because the goalpost is different.
Goalpost is different, but also, man, we all dealing with sickness. There's a sickness, even or darkness or sickness, however you want to, like, no matter what walk of life you come from, we all been through something, and we all struggling with something.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that's where I try to enter every space with empathy, you know what I mean, and compassion for everybody. And that's, you know, me, from, you know, going to Cook County to facilities out here, Jonathan, different spots where I go in these, you know, prisons and facilities of incarceration. And I'm sitting across from killers, you know what I mean? But some of the wisest, most intelligent, most compassionate people you would ever meet. But life happened, you know what I mean? Sickness happened, darkness happened, but you don't have to forever live in that. So I think I have a different level of empathy as well, to where I try not to judge, because you and I could have easily been one of them cats inside.
100%.
You know what I mean? We've all come up in these, like you said, if the goalpost is constantly moving, our mind is expanded to so much more. But at one point we had that narrow scope as well, and it was just survival.
Right.
You know what I mean? We were just we was doing everything that everybody else that's behind them bars was doing for mere survival.
I think trauma changes your needs. You know what I mean? That we have, you know, everybody has primary needs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Connection, significance, growth, right? Contribution, right? But when you go through trauma, you need some things more than others. And it changes your pattern of why you make certain decisions, because you're seeking that first need, and the other ones come secondary after that.
Yeah.
So people who grow up with insecurities and lack of love and connection, they're going to seek more significance or seek more connection.
Yeah.
So therefore, the way they go about relationships is going to be different than if somebody that grew up in a proper environment, right? They're going to seek it based on growth. So they're going to find somebody, right, that complements that growth, because they want to constantly grow. They're thinking about their vision. When somebody, you lack connection, you just want to be connected with somebody. So goalpost is much lower. You feel me? Your standard for connection, because that's your primary need. So when I look at people, I think about, like, you know, and you understand life stories, you can understand where a person's decision become aligned with, because growth make you seek skills. Yeah. So you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no more excuses. There's absolutely no more excuses, man. We could only empathize with somebody but so much. Do I have empathy for the Haitian people? Yes. Do I have empathy for the impoverished Black Americans living in this country? Yes. I know how y'all got there. I know the history. I'm not a fool. Trust me, I know the history. I'll be going on for days if I got to give you history lessons on why Black people are where they're at. But that's not what the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast is for. We don't have any excuses here, man. We don't make excuses on the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I like to create solutions. I like to talk about solutions, things that need to be done. I don't have time for excuses. I'm a huge on accountability. Black people we're not being accountable enough. We're not holding each other accountable enough at all. We got to do better. It doesn't matter how much they've changed the goalposts on us. Like, we really have to do better. It's the lack of unity. I will keep saying that to the day I die. It's the lack of unity. We got to start holding each other more accountable. Recently, I seen Waka Flocka on Shay Shay. This had to have been about a week ago. Waka Flocka referenced something in the sense of this. When he bought his Bentley, the first thing he did when he bought his Bentley and he was rapping and he got his deal, he said he pulled up back on the block to where he was from just to literally shit on niggas and tell them that you can't afford this. It wasn't until he heard Dick Gregory speak about that type of behavior that he didn't change his mind and say, wow, I was really on some fuck shit. I was really on some bullshit. Every rapper need to take that script out of Walker's book. This concept of, because one thing about Black community, we look at our entertainers for guidance and leadership here in this country, which is fucking sad. That needs to stop. But since that's what it is, I'm gonna need more rappers to do and say exactly what Walker say and stand on it. There's no more excuses, ladies and gentlemen. We got the resources. We got the manpower. We got the people. There's no more excuses. There really isn't. At this part, it's about unity. Black people can be very selfish. Human beings in general, can be very selfish. Trust me, I know. I see it every day. But when is enough enough? Ladies and gentlemen, I swear for God, there's no more excuses on what we're seeing and how things are taking place. We have the answers. We have the answers. I swear to God, we do. We got the answers. We just don't want to do it. We're stuck in some nasty ways. We're living in some evil times. It's not the only evil time that ever existed, but this one is on another level. It's pretty much on another level. I truly hope we change this thing around. I do. I mean, I don't have much to say on, I'm pretty much going to wrap this thing up. Accountability, please. That's all I'm asking. It's for some accountability as far as the Black experience is concerned. It's really we are our own worst enemies. And the moment we stop making excuses for all that shit that happened in the past, because like I said, we can't dwell on that. We got to move forward. There's no more excuses. Until we stop dwelling on fuckery that we had to endure and really start moving forward and start talking about solutions, because I have some good solutions. I swear to God, I have ideas that I know would work, but Black people don't want to unify. Humans are finding a hard time unifying, especially Black people. And on that note, I appreciate y'all coming out, man. Episode 4 is here. I thank for y'all ears, for sticking around, paying attention, listening, and all I ask on y'all way out, man, is just hold yourself accountable, man. Please start holding yourself accountable more. Have a good day.
Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh Lord. But I'm a different type of nigga. Worth about 5 or 6 figures. Once that profit get bigger, you know. I gotta triple up on this cheese. Take a flight right over them seas. Maybe make a trip to Haiti, who knows? I just know that I have to go get it. And America's looking so hectic. Make you wanna grab the tech by the second, yes Lord. How the fuck it come to that? Most of these niggas out here rats. And that statement can't be tracked, yeah I know. But these crackers is doing the sentencing. In the jail you niggas repenting then. On the block you be killing your men again, I know. This system been a trap. This shit must collapse. We ain't about far ways from that. Yeah, they know. We gon' get through regardless. All that small talk so harmless. Y'all pop us under this garment. Whoa. It ain't gotta come to that. Niggas been for peace till I proceed and really state the facts. These fuckers can't stand the fact we black. Jay Blake caught 7 to the back. And then I caught Aubrey with some armory. Tryna run the 4 flat. I'm tryna keep my sanity intact. But the shit is getting deeper. Every time I watch the news, there's some white dudes playing like the Grim Reaper. Nigga, I ain't never been a sleeper. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. But I swear to God, you touch my doorknob, you niggas gonna meet your maker. This country getting faker. They gon' tryna outdate ya. For the immortalized, they gon' prophesize, you ain't gotta speak the nature. Just when you caramelize, it's when they see demise, it must be second nature. You can do us all a favor. Go ahead and catch the vapors. Act civilized and match the eye for eye, cause it won't be no one to save ya. And I'm a lovable type of neighbor. Might run you a couple of favors. But when you cross the line is when I see divide. I ain't forgiving you like your savior. Is you loving this type of behavior? I'm just a man, I ain't trying to persuade you. Hey.